What up everyone, it is Toshi and today we're going to be talking about Demon Slayer Volume 17. So as always, I just finished reading this and I have quite a lot to say. We kick off Volume 17 continuing the fight between Shinobu and Doma, and that went about as well as everyone expected. Shinobu is dead, Doma is alive. We see Kanao appear for a brief moment, and we also find out that she uses flower breathing, which Shinobu's sister also used flower breathing, so seeing that her Tsugaku Kanao can use it, I mean, that's pretty cool, pretty coincidental. We then cut to Zenitsu, who has encountered Kaigaku, and obviously Kaigaku is a brand new character, like, was only introduced in this volume, will probably never be mentioned again. Zenitsu can't use anything except the first form of thunder breathing, and Kaigaku can do everything except the first form. We see them battle, we see them fight, we see that Kaigaku doesn't really have any respect or care or positive emotion towards Zenitsu or any sympathy or empathy towards his trainer. And then when all looks bleak for Zenitsu, when we think that he's lost, we see him use Thunder Breathing 7th form. The name of the technique was Honui Kazuchi no Kami. Even though Thunder Breathing only contains forms 1 to 6, Zenitsu had created number 7 on his own. It was his own technique, and he said that he had developed it to fight Kaigaku as an equal. Anyway, so Zenitsu uses form 7, cuts off Kaigaku's head. Yushido, who we haven't seen since the beginning of the manga, which was obviously Tamayo's assistant, appears, rescues Zenitsu, and even though he is a demon, he's blended in with other demon slayers that I'm assuming have been sent not to fight demons. They don't seem anywhere near strong enough. I believe these people have been sent as like medicinal care for the Hashira that are already there. We see Akaza finally appear. For those who don't remember who Akaza is, he is the upper rank 3 demon who killed Rengoku. So we see Akaza appear. We also see Muzan and Tamayo are being absorbed by this giant cocoon thing. It looks like the Cocoon Revolution off of Yu-Gi-Oh! For anyone who never watched that when you were younger or played the game. But it's producing some sort of like chemical, some sort of substance that reverts demons back into humans. We don't know if Muzan is dead. We don't know if this, concoction that Tamayo used is even affecting him. But they're being like wrapped up and absorbed in this giant cocoon thing. So that's something. We see Tanjiro and Akaza battle it out first, and we see Tanjiro manage to successfully cut off one of Akaza's arms, and Giyu states that Tanjiro's abilities have developed so well that it would not be an overstatement to say that Tanjiro's techniques and abilities and power was or is equal to that of a Hashira. We see Akaza temporarily defeat Giyu by literally sending him 50 miles that way, like straight through the wall. So then we get to focus on Tanjiro, just Tanjiro and Akaza fighting. We learn that Akaza hates the weak, so we see Akaza experience some sort of flashback when Tanjiro states that, well, it's not really the law of nature because when everyone is weak at some point, when we're all born, we're all a baby, so we need somebody to look after us and nurture us and care for us, and Akaza is no exception. So Tanjiro states that the law of nature isn't, the strong survive, the weak die, but the law of nature is the strong protect the weak get stronger, and then the weak protect those weaker than them. And Tanjiro states that he just can't forgive Akaza's way of thinking, and like his days of doing whatever he wants are over. It's like he has a magnet in his hands that are drawn towards Tanjiro's vitals. So like, it's not like he punches really hard or he just moves really quick to his hard to see. It's like he never misses a shot. It's like every time there is an opening, he just takes it automatically. It's sort of like, it's like there's no defense against him. And obviously Tanjiro is trying to work out why this is, what it's in reaction to, how does he seem to know all the moves Tanjiro is going to make before Tanjiro even makes them. We see Giyu reappear. He has the mark, the same one Tanjiro has. And he gets faster, stronger, but Akaza quickly adapts to his new speed. We then see Tanjiro talk about something called fighting spirit. So we get a bit of a flashback from when Akaza killed Rengoku. We see that Akaza mentioned something about Rengoku's fighting spirit becoming stronger or developed, something like that. Tanjiro recalls a situation or a moment that he had with Inosuke where Inosuke stated that he can feel when somebody's looking at them, and it helps in combat because, like, he can feel when somebody is intending to kill them, and he can feel exactly where they're aiming. And to prove that, he had Tanjiro sit behind him and look at a certain part of his body, which was his right shoulder. And Inosuke was like, "You are looking at my right shoulder," and he said he had like some sort of like tingling sensation. That's my left, not my right. That's my right shoulder. But he said that he had some sort of like tingling sensation. We talk about something called the transparent world. So we get a flashback to Tanjiro's dad when he was younger, and Tanjiro asks his dad, you know, like, because he's getting older, you know, how do you dance the Hinokami Kagura every year and not get exhausted? And his dad states that it was actually harder when he was younger than it is now, and the reason being was that when he was younger, obviously he was faster, fitter, stronger, but because of that he would make a lot of unnecessary movements and burn out a lot of unnecessary energy. Whereas he states now that he's older, he only focuses on what is necessary, what needs to be done, focuses on controlling, feeling and using his breathing properly, and that basically makes it easier for him because it allows him to concentrate on whatever, on just what he needs to concentrate on. And it allows him to see like the transparent world. So it's basically like he has to basically stop concentrating on everything except for himself, his goals and what's going on. Like his dad said that you become so conscious and so focused that you literally become aware and can feel and control like your own blood vessels, which is like completely unrealistic and like not true, like scientifically, like at all. But you know, pretty cool concept. So I'm gonna go over my script once again and I'm gonna check I haven't missed anything out. So yeah, so I mean that pretty much does it for volume 17. So what do we see? Well, we saw Shinobu die, we saw Kanao appear, we saw Zenitsu defeat Kaigaku, that was his name. So we saw Shinobu die, we saw Kaigaku die, we'll get defeated by Zenitsu, we're seeing Tanjiro and Giyu engage against Akaza. So that's pretty cool. Nothing else has really happened so far, but looking forward to the next volume 100%, and hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. This is Toshi, signing out.